Hey everyone, I am wanting to share a video with you tonight. I want to get my face out there a little bit more and start speaking a little bit more in front of the camera. I'm usually really shy, or I am really shy actually, and I don't like to public speak, but you know, I'm in my apartment and there's nobody around, there's no audience, so I feel fairly comfortable. Although most of the time I like to just type out what I'm thinking and you know, do my blog entries. But anyways, I've got great news today from my doctor's office. I'm establishing my care up where I've moved to, and no longer will I be getting care in the city, in New York City. So while I'm up here for school in the Albany area, I will be seeing a doctor up here. And I went for my first blood work the other day, and it came back, and it's nearly almost 3 months post hepatitis treatment, so 3 months to the day nearly that I stopped the hepatitis C treatment. And it's gone. It is, my numbers are rebounding. I ended my treatment with a CD4 count of 240. It's now 311, 2.5 months later. My white blood cell count was 2.0, it's now 3.0. My ALT and AST, the liver function tests, are completely normal. They're in their 20s. At one point during my hepatitis in the acute phase, my liver function tests were through the roof. They were off the chart. They were 500, 600 until I started the hepatitis treatment. So I can say with confidence that I've cured it, I've beat it, and to anyone out there who is a little unsure about the treatment, whether it works or not, the odds, all I can say is that it's worth a shot to try, at least, to see if you can beat it also. I was fortunate because I caught it in the acute phase, which made my odds of curing it better. But it's not to say that someone who has it chronically can't beat this too, because you can. Don't get discouraged by the odds. Don't get discouraged about what you read online about the treatment. Don't get discouraged from what others tell you about the treatment. Everyone experiences the treatment differently. For me, the treatment was more psychological than it was physical. In that I mean lots of fatigue, and also anxiety. I had a ton of anxiety, racing heart, sweatiness, but those were all manageable. They were manageable, and I got through it. And the one thing I will say though is, if you can, I would suggest strongly against putting any stress on your body, i.e. working during this period, because, you know, I don't sit here and say that the treatment was easy. It wasn't a walk in the park. It was not a walk in the park. It was anything but that. But to say that it was God darn awful or just unbearable, for what it's worth, the final outcome I would do it again. Lord forbid if I ever became infected again, which I don't plan on happening because I will be much smarter this time, but I would go through it again if it meant that I would cure it, if it meant that I would eradicate it, if it meant that I had the chance to remove this disease from my body. I would do it again. And you know, I was in the office the other day with two others sitting next to me, a woman and a man. They both too were co-infected chronically, but they had gotten renewed hope by their doctor and also by the new drug that's coming out called Teleprovir. It's due out in May. Well, it's supposed to pass the FDA approval in May, and it will be ready for use in the U.S. in May, after the FDA approves it. But all indications are that they will. It's done very well in the clinical trials. And this drug will be in addition to the two that are currently being used to treat hepatitis C. So it will be in addition to interferon and ribavirin. But what's going to happen with this new pill is it will raise your cure rate, your chance of curing the hepatitis C, to 30 to 40%. Versus the 10 to 15% right now if you're chronically infected. So it's going to raise your cure rate, the odds of curing it, and it's going to cut your treatment time in half. So instead of the standard 11 months of treatment if you're chronically infected, you will then only, with this pill, this added pill, it will cut your treatment time to 6 months instead of 11. So there's promise and there's hope. There's this new drug. They're constantly developing new drugs. Unfortunately, the HEP C medicine has lagged while the HIV medicine has skyrocketed, and now there's like 20-some pills on the market right now for HIV, and only 3 marketed right now, or 2 actually, 2 medicines on the market right now for hepatitis. So there's a lot of work to be done in that field, in that area. But I guess the purpose of this video is just to give hope, to give a little bit of inspiration, to give a little bit of information to anyone out there who is currently co-infected or just infected with hepatitis C, and to let you know that I got through it, that I have cured it. I'm grateful that I had caught it early, and I'm grateful to the team that I had surrounding me during the process. It was, you know, my family was involved, my doctor was involved, and other friends that I had just opened up to and told everything that was happening in my life. But anyways, this is just a message to say, if you're considering treatment, my vote would be for it. And if you have any questions about it, any concerns, email me, get in touch with me, and I'll be more than happy to share with you further my experience, answer any questions. If I don't know the answer, I can get it for you. So, be well. This is one of my first videos that I've done, maybe my 4th or 5th, and it's not so scripted as usual, but I just wanted to say hi, and take care. Be well, my friends.